it's all short passes and screens. It's like, okay, well, first of all, you have to have some run game to salt something away.
Yeah.
That's another commonality. Herbert had no run game. Stafford very rarely had a run game.
Now, in fairness, early in his career, Stafford wasn't Salvo Lombardi. It was Scott Linehan.
Right.
So,
Correct. Not immediately,
Right.
but the next iteration, following his 5,000-yard season
Correct.
and his 40 touchdowns, he slipped into some bad habits and turnovers, and they brought in the Caldwell staff, and they tried to limit the mistakes.
Which they did.
But they also took some of the explosiveness away from the offense. And I think you could make that claim of what's happened in Los Angeles with Herbert. The other reason they didn't have as much explosiveness is because Brandon Staley decided to play Mike Williams in a meaningless Week 18 game.
Yeah.
Now he can rest all his starters for the rest of the summer because the season's over, or the winter because the season's over.
Different coaches and organizations have different schools of thought. I always believe you should definitely rest guys, especially star players. You don't want to take a chance.
If you have a bye, you don't want to create a double bye.
No.
I get it. If you have a bye and you're locked into your seat, only bad things are going to happen.
So maybe play it a quarter.
Like Brady played a little bit in Week 18, but not the whole game.
There were a lot of other things in this game. When I mentioned the Baltimore game, and I went a little bit, play by play here with, the timeout. Now I understand, like we said, he wanted to wait till they were red zone cases. And evidently, what really killed him was the penalty on the veteran, Zeitler, for offensive holding. It was 2nd and 10. At the Bengals 17 with 29 seconds left, Justice Hill went 4-yard gain to the 13, holding, and it goes back to the 27-yard line, sets up the second and 20 and the 27. Now, what bothered me and bothered most people was a play before that. It was 1st and 10 at the Bengals 28. Huntley passes to Dobbins, goes for 11 yards. It's a first down. That play started on minute 17 on the clock.
The next time they snap the ball,
34 seconds.
the urgency is what kills you.
Right.
See, so to me...
So you're sitting there saying, call timeouters, hurry up. Conversely, what John Harbaugh, much like his brother we saw in the field game and other games, said, why would I waste the timeout there? I want to get to the red zone where then I can decide what I'm going to do, because you go to play-by-play after that. So it's 1st and 10 at the 17 with 34 seconds left. You got the play that I mentioned. Let's say there's no holding penalty. Then you call a timeout with 29 seconds left. That's your first, and your 2nd and 6 from the 23, from the 13 yard
I got you a Gatorade because I know you're going to have to use the
timeouts,
bottle.
Whatever happens, happens. So
Yeah,
I get that.
I don't think it's an issue with timeouts.
Now that's
I
going
think
to have
it's
to
an
make
issue
me
of urgency.
shake.
Right.
In other words, if they had hustled up
I'm
to the
going to
line
shake.
and used a little bit of tempo, you can still get inside the 20 with your 2 timeouts, and then you're in complete control.
Right.
You can take then you can have no urgency.
Right.
You can let the play clock go down, and guess what? There's only 18 seconds left, and we're 10 yards out. We're deciding this game right here. We're not letting Burrow
Right.
have a chance. That would have made sense to me. No, the urgency, I think, is a fair criticism.
Well, that's what he tried to do.
But he didn't get there.
because of the penalty.
Yeah, the holding. But my point is, get down there with 45 seconds instead of 25 seconds.
34.
Yeah, exactly. I think his goal, if he had done it right, he would have had like 20 seconds. There's no shame in having 40. You control how much time's coming off the clock.
Right. Well, Cincinnati would call timeouts, which they did call one of them. 15 seconds.
It's threading the needle. You're trying to score with 0 seconds on the clock so Burrow doesn't get the ball to kick a game-winning field goal. You have the choice to go for 2 and win it, or to go to overtime, where they can't win it on their first possession now in the playoffs. So it makes sense to try to score with no time left.
Right.
Give yourself no margin for error and pick up a penalty, and it changes everything.
Well. I can have left this report all day long.
The Vikings thing stuck out to me because as a Lions fan watching this weekend, it sucks. I think the Lions are better than both the Vikings and the Giants.
Speaking of the
They
double,
beat them both. I think they're better than the Jaguars, who advanced in the playoffs.
They beat them too.
Yeah, the Lions have beaten 2 teams that have advanced in the playoffs, and they won both games convincingly against the Giants and Jags. It sucks that they weren't part of it.
Now, they did lose to the Dolphins.
They did lose to the Dolphins. Not Skylar Thompson.
No.
Who was the quarterback this week? And that's another team the Lions could have beat. Seattle, I know they lost the head-to-head. If the Lions were in, I would take them over Seattle in that scenario. I would take the Lions over, conservatively, 4 of the teams that were in.
Yeah.
Maybe as many as 5 or 6.
Hold on once. Now, I don't want to...
And I know why they're not in. I'm not saying they should have been in. I'm just saying if they were, the talk about making some noise was very real.
Look, I am guilty as charged, like everybody else, of being very excited about the Lions, more so for the future. But they're a little run at the end of the season with the Carolina game, and the Green Bay game was good. The Carolina game was bad. But who else did they really beat? I mean, they beat the Jets on the road and the Jets weren't playing really well at that time. They beat the Bears, whoop-de-doo, and they beat them at home. So it's not that I think they beat Jacksonville was one of the games before. They really haven't beaten any. They really didn't beat anybody.
Well, they beat 2 teams that are into the second round of the playoffs.
Correct. That's earlier in the season. Well, the Giants.
The Giants would have been November, so second half of the season.
Yeah.
The Jags would have been in December, second half of the season. The Vikings would have been in December.
The Vikings won, I'll give them that.
Well, and it kills me. The Vikings, they won the close games. They deserve to be there. The Lions didn't win enough games. They don't deserve to be there.
Actually, you know what?
When I look to the future,
I think I'm just going to need a break from this for a while.
This is the Lions division.
This
is the Lions division.
Unless something crazy in the offseason occurs, you have to look at them as
that's a good idea.
Legitimate, not hopeful, a legitimate NFC North champion.
I need a break.
Who is more poised to win this division next season? The
I
Vikings
just
have an
need a
awful
break.
defense that's getting older. Their best players are on the wrong side of 30. Their interior, their offensive line was the worst in football this season, especially when they got injured. But even prior to that, their guard play was atrocious. They don't have 2 firsts and 2 seconds like the Lions.
Right.
Those one-score games where they win 11-0, let's say they only go 8-3. That's 3 more losses. Doors open. I'm just saying, this division. And who is more poised than the Lions to win the North next season? I don't think anybody is more poised than Detroit. Now, doing it is a different deal.
Right.
But nobody is better poised to be NFC North champions than the Detroit Lions.
I think we're putting Green Bay to bed a little too early.
Well, they put themselves to bed.
I understand that, but I want to see what happens with Rodgers with a full off season with Christian Watson. Maybe they'll work out together and do mushrooms together or whatever they do, whatever Rodgers does.
That's the team bonding.
Yeah, well, whatever.
Go get your colon blown out. This is Aaron Rodgers experience.
We have to wait and see what happens in the offseason because they have a lot of really good defensive parts out there who didn't play well against the Lions.
As a Lions fan, when you watch this weekend, did you have thoughts about what this team could have done? Because, Stoney, if they win one more game, again, that they control, not refs, no complaining about refs in Week 18. If they win one more game, they are the 6th seed, they play the Vikings, and today we are doing a show that we have not been able to do for 30 years in Detroit.
That's right.
Oh my God.
They play Minnesota. I think they have a playoff victory. Their fault.
Big ass
Should have won another
pothole.
game. What was going through your head as a Lions fan? It's 97-1.
Hey Detroit drivers, paying too much for car insurance? Since entering Michigan last year, Cure Auto Insurance has saved drivers an average of over $1,000. That's not pocket change. Just ask Rico Beard. Our midday talker got a lower quote on the same coverage and had a policy the next day. It's a game changer, and saving money has never been so easy. No need to call your agent. Go to Cure.com or call 800-535-CURE and save today.
Our photography trip, I'd let that record
Cliff
for 3
Premium Audio
hours.
combines thoughtful design, visionary innovation, and premium materials to create the ultimate listening experience. For more than 75 years, these iconic designs have produced the power, performance, and passion synonymous with the Klipsch name. Discerning audiophiles entrust their music to Klipsch for extraordinary clarity and vivid sound. Superior audio comes from Klipsch, keepers of the sound.
The Progressive Detroit Boat Show is back.
So many boats and brands under one roof.
Electronics, engines,
Accessories and gear.
January 14th to the 22nd, Huntington Place. DetroitBoatShow.net. Closed Tuesday
Tuesday and Wednesday.
Oh my God, your
Hi,
phone
Jim Sweeney
is
for Chrysler
completely,
Dodge Jeep Ram Southfield.
because your
It's a
phone
new
amount
year,
is
and you know
just
what makes the new year
is
even
almost
better?
falling
A new
apart.
ride. Whether your lease is coming due or you need a new vehicle right now, we want to help
I
you.
imagine
Don't miss the Start Something New sales event where you can lease a new 2022
phone amount is
1500 Ram
falling
Bighorn
apart.
starting at only $267 a month. You're just a short drive away from the best car buying experience you will ever have. Visit us online at Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Southfield.com or at 11 Mile and Telegraph.
Every small business owner knows business happens everywhere. The office, the warehouse, or on the road. And no matter where it takes you, there's one solution to help your business thrive. Comcast Business Complete Connectivity. It's the largest, fastest, reliable network with advanced gig speed Wi-Fi and cyber threat protection in one solution. Plus, add Comcast Business Mobile and you can save up to 60% a year on your wireless bill. Get started for just $40 a month for 12 months with no annual contract when you add mobile. And ask how to get up to a $750 prepaid card.
Flight 291 is now aboard.
Yep, you're going places. And when you get there, be ready to do business. The complete connectivity solution from the company that powers more small businesses than any other provider. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Ends 2/21/2023. Restrictions apply. Requires EcoBill and AutoPay. New 100 meg.